This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning team in this Microsoft Fabric Master Program. So in today's session, we will be talking about Fabric Data Factory mini project. So remember, we learned, so create the pipeline with the copy activity in Data Factory experience. Basically, remember, this is called a Data Factory experience because pipelines comes under a Data Factory. So that's why I create a pipeline with the copy activity. Then we will be creating the branch table in the lakehouse. So once we create a branch table, so we will transform that particular branch table data using the Dataflow Gen2, and then we will create the silver table in the warehouse. Okay. So finally, we will be orchestrating everything through the pipeline and including the notification on success notification. We will be triggering if it is a succeed, if it is failure notification also will be sending today. So finally, once entire pipeline is available, we will be scheduling that particular pipeline. So everything, whatever we have learned till date in depth. So, but we are going to create a simple project today. Let's see that. So if you see end-to-end scenario with the data factory pipeline and the Dataflow Gen2, first, I'll be using the ingestion pipeline in the Fabric to bring the data from the blob storage. There is some taxi data that I have. So I'll copy that particular taxi data into the lakehouse. In the lakehouse, I'll copy that particular data into the branch table. BR underscore BR indicates a branch table. In branch taxi data, table name is the taxi data. Branch BR underscore taxi data is the table name in which I load the data. So I'll use the ingestion pipeline to copy the data into the lakehouse. Once we have the table created in the lakehouse, then what we'll be doing is we have some discount file. So we will read this discount file and we read the taxi data. We apply the discounts on top of the prices that they have paid for each trip, and we will see after discount what is the fee, like what is the price that they have paid for each trip. We will learn and we will do some data cleaning. All these things, once we have done the final result, I want to load it into the silver table. Okay, so once I kept it in the silver table, so module 1 is copying the data. Module 2, we will be triggering, we will be doing data preparation and data transformation using the Dataflow Gen2. Finally, module 3, if you see, I'll be triggering the notification on success and failure, and this particular pipeline will be scheduling. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn today's session. So firstly, if you see, we have a copy activity which copies the data from the blob storage to the lakehouse branch table. Then data flow transformations I'll be calling using the data flow activity. Then I'll be triggering the notification using the Office 365 Outlook activity. If you see, I have a new tax data.csv file. This particular CSV file I want to copy into the lakehouse. Okay, using the copy activity. This is the module 1 what we are going to do. So these all are simple for you because we have seen very depth and complex scenarios, and whatever we are doing, it is very simple one. And once we have the branch table ready in the lakehouse, you will read that branch table from the lakehouse and file from the blob storage. We do some data preparation and data transformation, and finally we want to load that particular final data into the silver table in the warehouse. And items used in the Fabric today is pipelines, lakehouse, Dataflow Gen2, warehouse, Office 365 Outlook account, and scheduling the pipeline. So these things we will be learning in today's session. Okay. So blob storage also we are using, which is outside of the Fabric, but all other items within the Fabric will be using it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's quickly, first let me go to portal.azure.com. Okay. Let me go to portal.azure.com. Go into the Azure account. Go to storage accounting. So there is some storage account. Maybe let's not use that. Let's create a fresh storage account. So this is a subscription. This is a resource group. I am creating a Cloud Pandit project blob. Okay. So today we are going to do the small project, mini project, you can say. So click create team. So blob storage is going to create. Now I'll go to the app.fabric.microsoft.com to log in into the Fabric account. Once you log in, do some cleanup activities first to avoid the confusion between the existing services, existing connections and all. But in real time, we are not cleaning up team. I am just cleaning up because it's you all are in a learning stage. You will have a lot of confusion if the lot of connections are shown. So that's why I prefer to delete the existing things and I create some new things from the scratch. But don't do that when you are working in real time. So this is a source is blob storage, which is already ready team. Now I'll go to blob storage, go to containers. Then I'll go inside container, click on add container. You can say it's a global data. Click create global container. Inside global container, go inside global container team. Then you can click on add directory to create a, you can say taxi data, or you can say trip data. So inside trip data folder, you can upload the trips data. So I'll just go and upload some trips data team. So this is a new taxi data. So I'm just uploading the taxi data inside this particular trip data folder. So which is a 313 MB file, which takes a few minutes to, not few minutes, but maybe 1 or 2 minutes to upload. Let's wait him until it upload is completed. Okay, meantime, what we can do? Meantime, we can go to Fabric. Let's create a new workspace. So workspace is already we created. Okay, sorry, it's a default workspace. We are in default workspace. Click on new workspace. Create a workspace called workspace 029. Click apply team. Click on new item. So within the workspace, I'm creating Lakehouse, which is our target. You can say, okay, so sign up for free Microsoft trial. It is asking because this workspace is not assigned with the proper trial. Again, click on workspace, click on this workspace, click on workspace settings. So if you go to license info, here it is showing the pro, right? Just click edit. Make sure you have selected the trial here. Click apply this licensing change. No need to create a new workspace. If the workspace is not assigned with the free trial, you can just assign it. Okay. Now I'll go into the lakehouse. I'll say sync lakehouse, or let's say staging lakehouse 001. What is our module one? Somebody please tell me what is our module one for today? What we need to do as part of the module one?
To copy the data to
Hmm.
Lego.
We need to copy data from blob storage to the lakehouse, and we need to create a branch table in the lakehouse using the data pipeline. Okay. So now lakehouse, which is target, I just created. Our source we have created, and we are uploading the data. For some reason, it is uploading very slowly. Okay, now it's almost completed. Yes, it's completed, Tim. Now go back, click on one more folder, directory, discount. Under discount folder, I am uploading the discount files, which is a small file, no need to worry about it. It's just a very small file. So discount file I have, and I have the trips data, so which is a 313 MB file. Now first I want to copy this trips data into the branch table, which is a branch table I want to create in the lakehouse. So table I don't need to create prior. So my data pipeline only while copying, while reading data from here, from the blob storage, this taxi data, and copying into the lakehouse. At that time only my data pipeline can able to create the table. So just a minute. This is source, this is a sink, which is a lakehouse. Duplicate this, go to workspaces, click on your workspace once again. Now click on new item. I want to create a data pipeline. Just click on data pipeline. Pipeline for into and project, let's say. So within this, first you can just bring the copy activity. So very simple team it is basically. Okay. Sources blob storage, right? So for blob storage we have not done the required steps. First you take this particular user, go to blob storage, click access control IAM, add role assignment, storage blob data contributor role I am granting. Select storage blob data contributor. Next, select member. You can give this particular user here. Click select, review plus assign, review plus assign. Okay, so we just have added. Now what you need to do, go to settings, endpoints, go to blob storage primary endpoint, copy this. Now go to data pipeline, copy activity. Here source, you need to click on more. Click on view more. You see lot of services are you can connect, but I want to connect to Azure. Within the Azure, I want to connect to blob. Click on Azure blob. Now you put the end primary. You can see primary endpoint of the blob storage I have taken from here. Same I copy pasted here. Then it's a new connection. Connection name should be ls for blob storage, and it should be organization account. So because directly Fabric account has the access now, directly you need to give the organization account to click connect. Okay. So now source is we just connected, but I need to browse it and I need to select which file I want to copy. So I'm just browsing. Global container. Under global container, what we need to do, team? Cancel again, click on browse. Yes, we need to select the trip file. Yes, go into global, then trips data, trip data folder. Here we have a taxi data. You can just select the taxi data. You have taxi data, click OK. Okay, it is selected. Source is ready. Now destination. Destination is my lakehouse, staging lakehouse. I'll say it's a table only. The table name should be new table. Click on new. The table should be br underscore taxi data. So what is the table name? Br is nothing but branch table underscore taxi data. So we need to keep appending the data. Whatever new data comes, I want to just append the operation. Now with this changes till here, destination must be binary when source is binary. Okay, source is basically when you select this CSV file, it is saying format is binary, but its format is not binary. It's a delimited text, right? So it's a CSV. You need to say delimited text. Click on settings. Make sure first way first row as header you selected because we have headers also in the first row. Now this is good. Destination is the branch table, source is the blob storage file. Save these changes and make sure once you saved these things, you can also better to validate. So validation is passed. Now you can run this particular copy activity. Okay. So somehow by mistake, I think I pressed on the deactivated. Click on activated again. Save these changes to. You need to keep the activity in the activated state, not in the deactivated. Okay. Now just you can run this. Earlier it was inactive state, that's why it simply succeeded. But now it is in the active state, it is going to run. Let's see. See now, pipeline is in progress. If you go to staging, if you go to table, refresh it, you don't see any tables here. Okay, because pipeline is just started. Click on this particular copy activity. It is still in progress team. Let it copy all the data. See 328.447 MB data read is completed. Rows read is this many. Rows written is all the 14 lakhs 95. Oh, sorry, 15 lakhs 8,000 records are written. Now, if you see data read is 328 MB, but data written is 42 MB. Why the volume of the data size is reduced drastically? Why team? It's reduced it to very drastically, right? So 3.2 32 42 means 13%, meaning 85 plus 85 percentage of the data size is reduced so that the cost is saved. Why, you need to tell me. When I save the data into the lakehouse, the data size is reduced, but you can see rows read is same, rows written is also same, but data size is here very huge. Here data size is drastically reduced. Why? You should tell me from your learnings how the data will be stored in lakehouse. Hmm? Very good, Shilpa. It's because of the, everybody please tell me. I am not seeing anybody response except Shilpa. It's because lakehouse will store data in the Parquet format, right? Parquet means it's a delta Parquet format. Delta format, but underlying files will be still in the Parquet extension. Because Parquet means it's a compressed file format. It uses snappy compression. Now, if you click on the table view, so it is loading the data. Let's see. See all the data you have here, all these columns and all. Fine. Table view, if you see, this is the data it is showing. If you go to file view, you can see the files in which extension. See here, dot park, it's a 40 MB file. Understood everybody? Okay, module 1 is completed. Anybody have any doubts in the module 1? No doubts? Well and good. Now let me go to again app.fabric.microsoft.com. Now I'll create a, now our source is lakehouse. Lakehouse will have a branch data and a discount file. Still I am going to read it from the blob storage. Okay, So I'll be joining this trips data with the discount file, and that final result I want to save it into my target, which is a warehouse. So that's why I'm going to create a warehouse now. Click on new item. You can say warehouse. So you can say it's so warehouse 001 create it. This is our target. For now we don't require at this moment, so I'm just opening the app.fabric.com. Now I want to create a Dataflow Gen2, which is our module 2. What Dataflow Gen2 does is, you can see the modules. So module 1 we completed this, right? We completed this. We have read the CSV file from blob, we copied the data into the lakehouse and created a branch table. Now we are going to read the same branch table from Lakehouse, and along with the discount file from Blob, we read these two files, we do some data transformation, we finally join that joint, and final result I want to write it into the silver table in the warehouse. Let's see how we can able to do that. Go to workspace, same workspace. Let's click on new item. Let me create a warehouse. Sorry, we need to create a Dataflow Gen 2. Click on Dataflow Gen 2. But most of the transformation we already learned, it's not something new for you. Okay, df for data transformations created. So what we are going to do, we are going to read the data from lakehouse, branch table, and discount file from the blob storage. Now here click on get data. So click on the first thing is click on more. Here click on view more, then go to fabric, select the lakehouse, click on the connection name is ls for lakehouse, click on next. Expand this lakehouse. So under lakehouse, right, so there is a workspace, it is showing under this workspace we created a lakehouse 001. If you select that lakehouse 001, you go inside this staging lakehouse 001, you will be able to see the branch table. You will be able to see branch table. See here, branch underscore taxi data table. Okay, we are going to take this particular table, click creating. Let's wait for a minute, it is refreshing. Let it refresh and load all the required steps. Okay, it is done. Now the first important thing is we need to look at the how is the data. So how we can able to see. So for that, you remember in the home tab we clicked on the options, we have seen enable column profiling. We can enable all these things to see, correct? We have seen one by one. Now I selected all the things. As a result, you will be able to see all the things. It is trying to get the column profiling. Profile means all the details about that particular column, how many unique values we have, how many distinct values we have, how many null values we have, how many error records we have, how many good records we have. Complete details it is going to fetch it for us. No, we won't do it using your Dataflow Gen2. We do it using the notebooks here. Okay. But it is taking, yeah, I think it's due to very huge data we have. But on huge data also, it column profiling based on entire data. It is right. Entire data means 15 lakhs of records. It is trying to scan to understand how is the data. So that's why it is taking more time. Let it take more time. If it is taking too long time, then we will do it the column profiling based on top 1,000 records. Okay. Okay. So maybe what we can do is, as it is taking too much time, instead of doing the column profile based on entire data, let's do the column profiling based on top 1,000 rows team, because if it is taking too much time, we need to wait. So let's see column profiling based on top 1,000 rows. It should be finishing in next 60 seconds, less than 60 seconds. See, now it's done. It is clearly saying two distinct values, 0 unique, 999 distinct, 998 are unique. Okay, what is the difference between distinct and unique? Unique means the value which is repeated only once. Distinct means the various combinations. Rama, Rama, Krishna. So here Krishna is the unique because only one time is repeated. But distinct values are Rama and Krishna are the two different values. So two are the distinct. And valid means all the 100% of records are valid. There is no error. There is no empty records, null values. Okay. Here if you see empty 100% because everything is a null here. Only one distinct value which is null. So 100% empty values. It is saying remove the empty rows. So if you say remove empty rows, everything will be gone. So that's why don't do that. So I'll tell you, but column profiling we need to do. And if you want to know better about, if you want to know more about this particular things, what you can do, you can also click on this particular, I think you can double click on this. So you will be also getting the few more details, column statistics, error count, null count, distinct count, unique count, right? So let me just minimize this. So you can see here, you'll get all the details in detail. Okay, counts, error count, and you can see all the values. We can able to see it here. Team error count. Okay, fine. So now what you can do here, just to bring it down once again, not this one. So data, let it be. Just to click once again to stop this. Click on this. Now what we wanted to do, Tim. So out of this, now I'll just go to home, click on options. I'll disable this column profiling, click OK. Tim. Okay. Now it is gone. It is now stopped, right? So now we have a lot of data. See, first thing we have seen how is the data through the column profiling. Now the second important point is whenever you are starting with your data, right, you try to see if at all any unnecessary data is there. Don't carry that unnecessary data. So what we need to do, click on manage columns, choose columns. I want to remove all unwanted columns. Let's say I don't want a drop time, at what time they have dropped. I don't want their location id. Pick up, pu means pick up location id. Do means drop location id. Pick up longitude, pick up latitude, drop of longitude, drop of latitude, rate code id, right? So let's say they are giving some rating, let it be I want. So mta tax, so I don't want to know about some tax data. Improvement surcharges, I don't want to know. E-hail fee, I don't want to know. So like that, whatever columns you feel which are not required for your business calculations or for your further calculations, which are not making sense of taking that kind of data, then uncheck that and click OK. So that is the first and most important thing, is reducing the data that you don't want. Okay. Along with that, now if you look at here, there are so you see here what happens is, it's a simple dim. You can understand in a simple way. You have in India, you have a Uber, Rapido, right? And one more is there. What is that? Ola. So what are these? These are basically, they will provide the trips for the customers, right? Now, some trips will get a discount, some trips will not get a discount. Now, I want to take only the discounted trips. What you can do, click on this. Wherever you see yes, which is nothing but a trips which has the trips which is having the discount. So, I'll take the Y. Y means yes, the data which is having the trips which is having the discounts only I'm taking. Okay, remember store and forward flag equal to Y means these are the trips which has the discounts. These are the trips which has the discount. Remember, that is the first thing. Next thing is, I want to process my data for only 1 month. I don't want entire data. Click on this and I'll go to here, click on what I can say is, I'll just convert this particular. First, let me convert all the required columns into required data types. Vendor ID, it should be whole number. And I prep. What you can also do is, I think, instead of this, you can say, let it be. I converted anyhow, but if you go to transform, not transform, sorry, in the transform tab, here you see something called detect data types. Okay, it is not able to detect. Let's make it as a manually. This is a whole number. Let me convert this data type to date and time. Okay, and then let me take passenger count again into the whole number, and trip distance, let me consider it as a decimal number, and rate code id, it should be again a number, whole number. Let's say store and forward flag is y, which is a string. Payment type is basically, again, it's a whole number. Fare amount is a decimal, and extra fare is again a decimal. Trip amount is a decimal. Sorry, tip amount is a decimal, and total amount is a decimal. Okay, tools amount is a decimal. So basically, I'm converting all the required columns, required data into the required data types. Okay, so trip type, it can be like, let's say, let's go back to the text only, and pick up year. So this trip is happened in which year? This is, let it be whole number. And pick up month, it's a whole number. So I just made the all columns into the respective data types. Correct. Now what I want is, click on this date. I want to process my data for 1 month. So that's why I'm applying a filter. How to apply filter? Click on this, click on date time filter, click on between two timestamps. So I want to process a data for 2015 January 1st to 2015. Okay, 2015 January 1st to 2015 January 31st. Click OK. Okay, clear team. Everybody's clear on this. So this is the vendor ID. This is LP pickup, date time, passenger count, trip distance, rate code ID. So everything we have now. We have converted everything into the proper case. Now what I am doing is this: I am converting back from date and time to only date. Why I'm taking only as a date is because I have a discount file that file contains only the dates. That's why I just want to convert back to the date. So now I am good. Vendor ID, I have passenger count, trip distance, fare amount, everything I have. Excellent. Okay, now we'll go and fetch. This is a bronze data that we have processed. Next, we need to go to home once again. Now this time connect to blob, click on more, view more sources. We connected to Fabric Lakehouse. Now I'll be going to Azure blob storage. Okay, let me go and get the primary endpoint of the blob and put that particular thing here. And the existing connection, it found the existing connection for the same storage account we created at the time of connecting to the pipeline, connecting from the copy activity right here. So now, so it is saying there is a global folder. Under global folder you have a two files. Just click on create. So what are the two files that you have, Tim? You have two files, right? One is discount file, other one is trips data, but I want only discount file. That is nothing but a first file. Click on the binary of that file. Automatically it will scan that particular file. It will promote first as a header. It is going to promote, and then see, it is not able to promote first as header because it realized some dates and some numbers text, right? But we can do that. If it is not able to do that, we can able to do that. So just to go to here, also directly transform, use first as header. So we got it right now. So if you see, this is there are two vendors we have. Think of a Uber and Ola. Uber and Ola are the two different vendors we have. So these people, this is the discount that they have given on the fare. Okay. So for the 2015 January 1st, these are the discount. 2015 January 2nd, these are the discount. January 3rd, January 4th. So everybody, how they have given the discounts, we are able to see. But this is in the column wise, right? I want to convert into the row wise. So meaning to convert that from vertical to horizontal, or you can say columns to rows. What is that called? Unpivoting. So I want to say simply unpivot. See, unpivot other columns. I selected a vendor ID. I am saying unpivot other columns. Let's see now what happens. So you see, the for first vendor 31 days will be there because we are processing for only January. Second vendor 31 records will be there because we are processing for the second vendor also 31 days. First vendor also 31 days. Total 62 rows. So you see, total 62 rows it is saying. Rows is 62. Now this I want to say it's a date, and this is basically the, I want to say discount percentage. Okay, so how you can convert this into percentages? Now simple, click on the discount percentage column, go to transform. You can just go to number columns, click on standard, just to click divide by 100. So if you divide by 100 means it will tell you. So what is the discount percentage? Discount percentage is 0.16 is the discount percentage. 16% is the discount basically. Okay, remember. So this is the date. This date I want to convert into the date data type. Okay, date data type. Now what we wanted to do, now we have this data, now we also have the trips data there. Now I just wanted to apply the let's join these two tables. Okay, how we can join is go to home, you can see combine, merge query as a new. Okay, so it should be global is the, okay, the discount file it is taking, but this is not our primary table. Our primary table is tax data, the global is the right table. So now we want to join based on two things. One is vendor ID for that vendor for that day, what is the discount. So that's why based on these two columns we need to join. Okay, so I just join, click OK. So this is basically the Microsoft provided data set. It has some privacy issues. You just have to say ignore privacy level checks for this document. Click save. Okay. Now you just joined these two tables. Now if you see global, click on this. Now from the right table, right, discount file, we want only the discount percentages, right? I'll be taking discount percentage. Click OK. Understood? I have taken the discount percentage. Once I have done the discount percentage, now I want to know this is the total amount, right? So from the total amount, I want to get the after discount what is the amount that we have received. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll just go to add column. I'll just say custom column. The column is, I'll say discount price. Okay, click on this is, you can say decimal. What you need to do, if trip amount, if yeah, total amount, right, if the total amount is, if total amount is greater than 0, then I want to calculate like this: total amount into, total amount into, okay, 1 minus, total amount into 1 minus the discount percentage, because 16%, 1 is nothing but 100%, 100% 0.16, which is nothing but a 16%. 100 minus 16 percentage, if you remove, then you will get 84%. So if you multiply the total amount with the 84%, you will get the discounted price. If the total amount is not greater than 0, else you put the total amount whatever is there without any calculation. That's it. Click OK. Are you able to see, team? Here you see the total amount is 7.5, but they paid only 6.525. So here the total fee, total fare they it is showing is 19.8, but the after discount they are going to pay only, the customer paid is only $17.226. Now I want to make this as a fixed length. So go to transform, go to numbers again, go to rounding, just to round it to 2 decimals only, click OK. But pricing, we will keep as many decimals as we want, but just to show you the transformation I am applying. But in the pricing calculations, it is not recommended to round off. Okay. So this is the final data that I have. So what I want to do now, again, I want to convert back to date and time. This prepare pick up date time. Okay, so we are good, we have all the required information. Now I want to save this data into the warehouse. Click on warehouse, click next. So now the table that we want to create in the warehouse is, this is silver for taxi data. Okay, This is a silver table I want to create it, where we want to create under warehouse. Under warehouse, once you create a SL underscore tax data, click on next. Click on, you can verify the schema. Okay, everything looks fine. Correct. Click save settings. Now once you saved this, now it is not showing option like earlier. Okay, so now everything is good. Now what you need to do, click on this, click on save and run it. You can directly do a save and run. Currently the data flow is going to run it locally. Let's see if it is fine. Then we will delete the tables that are created and we will make the call from the pipeline to create those tables. Okay, now data flow is running. Let's go to this particular workspace and click on the data flow recent runs. Let's see the current run status. You can see it is in progress team. Let's wait. Okay, let me verify in the warehouse table is already available. Click on this. See, all these queries are basically in progress. These two, this is pending. Let's wait. Let's wait because sometimes we have seen very quickly transformations are getting executed. Yeah, it's completed now. Now we should be able to see table here. Okay, see the table is available, correct? You can also query this table and see how many records are there, what is the data. You can just remove the top 100 from this. Now I'm just trying to get all the data. Now you see there is a lot of data we have. If you go to messages, you see 10,496 records. So let's go and see the data flow Gen2, what it is saying, how many records it has written. It is saying just to go into the destination. Let's see 10,496 and 10,496. So records are matching. Now what we need to do, we just have to drop this table, drop table. Okay, I want to just, what I want to do is I want to drop this table tip, just to drop this table. Okay, silver table, sorry, yeah, silver table, I dropped it. Now I'll go to lake house. Here also I'll be dropping the bronze table. Okay, so bronze table also I am deleting, just to show you from very scratch by orchestrating the all these modules from the pipeline. I don't have lake, sorry, bronze table. I don't have silver table in the warehouse. So my data pipeline is there, which copies the data, creates a bronze table. Then I'll be using a activity called the Dataflow Gen2. Okay, select a data flow, and you can just make the call to data flow here. So data flow that I have created is this. Okay, so this particular data flow is going to be executed. Next, what I wanted to do is I want to call the Outlook account to trigger the notification, Outlook activity to trigger the notification. See, copy activity creates a branch table. I'll be reading branch table and discount file, and I'm applying some transformation. That output I'm writing into the warehouse in a silver table. Then I'll be triggering the notification. Okay, click on sign in. 5 more minutes, team. You just wait for 5 more minutes. We are almost done. If you see, right, most of the things are loading lot of time. Even monitor tab also for updates and all, pipeline updates are receiving very slowly. Lot of enhancements are happening, team, but very soon we will see all these things, all these issues will be sorted out. Okay, and click on sign in. I'll be just canceling the previous things. Let's try to do it from very beginning. Click on sign in now. Okay, let's do one thing. Maybe let's okay, it is also, maybe let me do one thing. Let me delete this also. Okay, not able to publish anything. Let's reload everything. Not a problem. We'll configure everything from beginning. Right. Let's bring the data flow activity first. Call the data flow team. This is the job. Then call this Outlook account. Now you can just click on sign in. Okay, this time the pop-up came. It is allowing us to log in into our account. Once we allow this connection, now we can trigger the notification. So let me trigger the notification to, so I want to trigger a mail to cloudpundit@outlook.com plus colon cloudpundit@gmail.com as well. Okay, subject is uh, data. You can say subject here directly. Data ingestion is successful. So body I'll say item item data ingestion is completed for today. Thanks, miss. Okay, thanks. Let's say cloud conduct. Now you can go to home. You can save these changes. Maybe you know these variables: workspace ID, pipeline, run ID status, lot of other things also you can dynamically configure it. Okay. Now we can schedule this pipeline. So I want to add a schedule. I want to run pipeline every day. At what time? 8 o'clock 37 minutes. Let's say I want to run starting from yesterday till maybe this month 27th. This month 27th. Every day in highest time I want to run pipeline at 8:37. Let's save these changes. It is saved and you published everything, right? Yes. At 8:37, what is going to happen? Our pipeline is going to run. Let's go to monitor tab team to see. Now time is 8:36. We scheduled to run at 8:37. Let's see now. You can see our pipeline is started at 8:37 team. You can go inside that. So if you see there are two runs are started, right? This is a some kind of a scheduler issue. So this was experienced at the beginning, like a few 1 week ago, right? This multi-scheduler is enabled in the pipelines. We were having a issue. So what we can do is we can simply cancel this particular run. The additional run we can able to cancel. Okay, so that only one run is going to happen. That is this run is happening. Now copy activity is basically copying the data. Let it copy activity is copied the data team. Now Dataflow is running the data transformations. See other pipeline I have cancelled it, right? Because same pipeline triggered twice due to the scheduling issue. We have seen this, but this particular pipeline I have already cancelled and this pipeline is in progress. So currently it is running the data flow job. If you click on this data flow, it's running. This is okay. You can see, right, this pipeline called the data transformation job. If you go inside this, see, this is the cancelled one. Okay, this pipeline we have cancelled. Status will come very soon here. This is cancelled one, but this is running. This also called the data transformation job. It is in progress. Okay, data flow is running. Click on this historical runs. You see previously the run happened and currently this is the run which is in progress. Let's wait for some more time. Okay, so data flow, data transformation got failed. So we can verify why there is a failure. So very simple, go to the workspace and what you can do is click on this, click on recent runs. There is a temporary error, don't worry. Click on this. It says some mashup failed or something like that. But this is known issue only. There is a problem below, fix and try again, search online. It is failed to, okay, reading data from blob is succeeded, but reading data from blob got failed. We can encounter data evaluation. During the evaluation we encountered an error. It's okay, there is an error, it's okay, Tim. So what we need to do, that's why better what you need to do is whenever you are running a pipeline, okay, go here. What you have to do, go to this pipeline which is failed. This is cancelled, this is a failed one, but scheduling is working, but it is also having some issue with the schedules. Go to pipeline, update that pipeline. What you can do is, we know that this data flow is having a issue, right? What you have to do, whenever there is a failure, let it retry for 2 times. If it is first time failed, let it retry once again. If it failed once again, let it try one more time. I want to try multiple times because this is a temporary issue. I don't want to just to rerun the pipeline every time. Instead, I want to retry the same run. In same run it has to retry. Okay, I'll make these changes and I'll make sure everything is resumed again from very scratch. Branch table already created because copy activity succeeded, but warehouse, if you see, the silver table is not created because data transformation got failed. Correct. So silver table is not created, but branch table is there. Let me delete this branch table once again. Okay, branch table is deleted. If you go to warehouse, see, in the warehouse we don't have any table name. Okay, in warehouse we don't have any table. Now what I'll do, I'll go to pipeline. I saved the changes. I'll just run it. Now let's go to monitor tab now. Now what happens if data flow failed? It will retry once again. Okay, that's how we can able to handle. Okay, so this pipeline is basically in progress. Data flow is called now. Let's see what will happen to data flow. Data flow is failed again. Now what will happen if the data flow transformation failed? What will happen, Tim? If data flow transformation is failed, nothing will happen. It is going to retry again. It is going to retry once again. See, it got failed, but due to its retry mechanism, it is going to recall again data flow once again. Yes, correct. Okay, let's wait, because I know this is a temporary error. This is temporary error. Go to, yeah, we can just back to main, refresh it. You can see data flow, data transformation job is called once again. Okay, now if you go to your workspace, and if you click on this data transformation, click on recent runs, every run you can able to see even here. Okay, now let's click on the errors and let me see if at all any mistake from outside. There was a problem refreshing the data flow. The review the errors below and fix the problem. Try again. What is the error? The error it will be encountered an error during evaluation. Unknown evaluation error. Okay, so this is something which is coming since long time. So this will go away if we do some kind of a retry. No worries. Click on recent runs. It failed third time as well, team. See, this issue has been acknowledged, is now listed in the known issues tracker under the title. So this is a temporary issue. Refreshes running slower or timing out for Dataflow Gen 2.0 with the CI/CD. As the issue is already known, being monitored, we are closing this conversation since no further action is required at this point. For any queries, updates, feel free to raise a new thread in the Fabric community. Basically, Microsoft has considered this as some issue, like they have created a ticket. They are working on this to fix it, but this is not yet resolved from the June. I think June 30th he has updated. Okay, June, July, August. So 45 days, but the issue is not yet resolved. I think in the upcoming, in the future, the issue may not be occurs again. I used to encounter same issue even in the previous sessions also. That's why without looking at anything, I directly put the retry option. Okay, so only thing that we can do is only retry, and this issue is mainly occurring when you run the data flow from the pipeline. For example, I'll show you if it is failed now also. I'll show you directly by running data flow. If you run the data flow directly, it will succeed. Okay, so this issue is we are observing only when you are running the pipeline directly for sorry, when you are running the data flow from the pipeline only, we are seeing this refresh issue. But if you are, see, it is failed, right? It is failed once again with the not able to read the branch. This is a known issue. You have seen the ticket also from the Microsoft also response. Now for example, just to show you that this is a temporary error from the data flow. Now this is the data flow that I have. I'll be running. Okay, just to click on refresh now. So directly I'm running now. Let's see what will happen now. Let's see. what will happen? I ran it manually, right? See, these all things we called from the pipeline, but 8 o'clock 15 minutes, I ran it manually. Now let's go inside this. Let's wait and see. The one which we ran directly from the data flow, which is going to be successful. The one which we are basically running from the pipeline, it is failing, right? But this will not fail. This will success. You can see. No, what is that? Okay. See, the run is happening. Globally succeeded. Bronze taxi data. Let's refresh this and see. See, it is succeeded, right? Bronze underscore taxi data, it got succeeded. Are you able to understand? So when I ran it directly, the data flow, it is getting succeeded. But when you run the data flow from the pipeline, there is some refresh issue. This issue is known to the Microsoft. They also confirmed that there is no action is required. We already raised a bug. What they are saying, this is tracking under known issues. Okay, known issue tracker under the title of this. Okay, this issue has been acknowledged, is now listed in the known issue tracker under the title. What is the title? Refreshes running slower or timeout for Dataflow Gen 2.0 with the CI/CD. Not only CI/CD, from our pipelines or from CI/CD, from wherever you run the Dataflow Gen 2, outside of the services, outside, except you are running directly Dataflow, if you are calling from anywhere else, this refresh is getting failed. This is a known issue. So that's why you don't have to worry about it. Understood, Tim? Clear? But one more thing, it is not that every time it is going to fail. It is not that it is going to fail every time. You may need to keep retrying. If you try for some more time, it may succeed. Are you getting? So what I can able to do now is, maybe we can just go to the people, whoever is having the time, you can stay back. But I want to make it success. Go to pipeline. And what I will do, I'll just use a refreshes for, I'll put up for 10 times. Let it keep on try. Let's see. Now, before I try once again, I want to make sure that in the warehouse, now the table is created because we ran it manually, right? Which created the table. And similarly, see, silver table is created. And I want to just to click on the new query, click on drop, run this. I want to drop this table. So query is succeeded, table is removed. If you refresh it now, so table is gone because I dropped the table. Table is not there here. In the lake house also, I will be removing the table from the lake house as well. Go to staging, expand the tables. So you'll be able to see the bronze table will not be there here. Sorry, bronze table will be there, but I want to delete that. So delete this bronze table. Now what I have done, I made this pipeline to run. I made this particular pipeline to this data flow to try for, let's say, 30 times. Let it keep trying until it succeed. I don't want to leave that one now. Okay. But in real time, we won't give this. But just to make sure this is succeeded at one time, I want to run this. Let's directly run it. No need to go for even scheduling thing. Let's try now. Go to monitor tab. Let's wait for some time to see the runs. And just to relax him, let's see in 2-3 minutes what will happen. Now let's wait and see. Okay, you can see now, team. So data flow job got succeeded. Okay. So only thing is, I said right from the pipeline, you just have to keep trying. That's it. Now, if you see copy activities completed, data flow in the first attempt itself, it got succeeded now, but notification got failed. Why notification got failed? We wanted to understand why notification failure. REST API is not yet supported for this mailbox. For sandbox accounts or for accounts that are on a dedicated on. Okay, so I think our Fabric account is not supported for triggering notification, but using the Outlook account, if it is supported, how we configured very similarly, you just have to configure it. Okay, so generally they will create a dedicated ID for triggering the notification. So you need to sign in into that account. What happened? I'm not seeing only those details. I think the sign in only not happened. I think. You understood, right? Due to this issues with the fabric, we are struggling, but otherwise it should be good. Click allow access to. We signed in right earlier, but again it is showing not sign in, no account. It is showing now. Okay, everything is there, but I somehow those are not saved or something. It's okay. Yeah, something it is really not able to understand what is happening. It's okay. Now I'll go to monitor tab. What I can also do is I'll go to this pipeline, end-to-end pipeline. I see there is a pipeline. In this, we see only Outlook account got failed. What we can do, we do a run enter data pipeline or rerun from failed activity. Rerun from failed activity. Let's see. So it is going to skip the first two activities because we are rerunning only the failed one. So copy activity and the data flow activity will be skipped because those are basically ran earlier. Now it is failing. Okay, I think it is having some issue, team. I think our account only not supporting. Maybe, yeah. So we may need to use some paid account or organization account because this is a free trial account, right? That's why it is not supporting. It is saying REST API, which is not supported the sandbox account. Something it is saying. But normally, if you have a normal account, you should be able to trigger notification. Maybe I'll show you from the Cloud Pandit organization mail ID how we can able to trigger the notification in the upcoming session. I think we already discussed the notifications, right, in previous sessions. Did we discuss or not, team?
Normal, yeah.
No. Yes, we did discuss it. Correct? Yes. I think we discussed it, team. I remember, but it's okay if we have not discussed. This is not a big thing to discuss. It's a small thing. We can discuss once again in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Anybody have any questions, team?
No.
Okay, team. If no questions, then thank you all. That's all for today.